Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
All right, folks, we're just getting up here, Whigham, Georgia. Charles Willis.
Elmo York.
And Freddie York, my quail hunting buddies. And who? What about our dog?
This is Katie. This is Covey Shot Katie.
Oh, how old is Katie?
She's about 16 months old.
16 months old.
This will be her first year to hunt.
And what are we doing this morning?
We're running her through a snake aversion clinic to teach her to avoid poisonous snakes. All right, a bunch of other folks up here. You see the dog boxes and all. Everybody got the Panhandle Outdoors cap on. So the Panhandle Outdoors team is up here at the community center in Whigham, Georgia. So we're gonna go see some folks, see what's going on. All right, quail forever. Let's help me put this on. Whigham Community Center. Beautiful Saturday morning. I've never been to one of these. It says Red Hills Quail Forever. Red Hills is one of these quail plantations, I believe, up in South Georgia. They're all over the place up here. Beautiful country. All right, here we are, getting started, and here's a young man sort of in charge of it. Tell the folks who you are.
I'm Mark Whitaker. I'm the president of the Red Hills Quail Forever chapter based in the Red Hills region in Tallahassee. We serve Tallahassee, North Florida, and South Georgia. We're hosting a snake aversion clinic for dogs today up in Whigham, Georgia. It's an annual outreach we do to offer the service to people that want to get their dogs basically snake broke.
Well, this is exciting. I've never been to one of these. We're excited to come up here and film it. And so tell us sort of basically what y'all do.
Basically, we have a partnership with Jason Clark from Snakes R Us, and he is the snake expert. And they set up some pens, and they put a control cage with nothing in it. Then they put out a cage that has a rattlesnake in it. And then they set another cage that has a copperhead and a cottonmouth in it together. And they take the dogs around to see if they will acknowledge. First they go to the control cage, which is the empty cage. And then they go to the rattlesnake to see if the dog will acknowledge it. And they give a correction if the dog wants to pay attention to the cage. And then they go back to the control cage, make sure it doesn't really acknowledge it because the control cage has nothing in it. And then they go to the other cage with a copperhead and cottonmouth, see if it'll acknowledge it. And they give a correction if the dog acknowledges it. And then they take the dog back to control cage again, and then they put out a non-venomous snake on the ground and see if the dog, now that the snake is actually on the ground, will the dog acknowledge the snake on the ground. Wow. And they don't want them to acknowledge it. They want you to basically put you between the dog and the snake. They don't want the dog to pay any attention. And it's a good way. Many times it takes several times through the clinic for dogs to get it.
Yeah.
But if it's successful, they will never want to pay any interest in anything that looks like a snake or smells like a snake.
That is awesome. What age dogs do y'all bring in?
Generally, we want them to at least be a year old.
Okay.
You don't want to bring in a real puppy.
Yeah.
It helps if they have been exposed to an electronic collar before, so that they understand. This relationship is supposed to be between the snake and the dog, not the handler of the dog.
Okay.
To be effective.
That is awesome. And the older dogs learn too?
Older dogs, yes. It doesn't hurt.
You can't teach an old dog a new trick.
You can. You can.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
What are you doing right here?
It's not hot out here today.
Cora.
But
Hey, Cora.
He's going to cool off the snakes.
I can feel that lock. It's about whatever temperature that lock is about what temperature the snake is.
So you're cooling off the snake?
So we just cool it off a little bit. Just pouring a little bit of water on it.
Cooling off the snake.
Yeah, if it's real hot out here, we'll move them into the shade. But it's not hot out here today. But
cool.
Just every little while, we'll pour a little water on them.
That's our rattlesnake?
That is a rattlesnake, yes sir.
All right.
Cottonmouth in here.
So what do we have here?
Copperhead and cottonmouth. These are in the same genus, so you can actually breed a copperhead with a cottonmouth in captivity, and you can get what's called a cottonhead, which never been documented in the wild, but I'm sure it happens. It's cooling them down. I mean,
I never knew
they're
that.
they're not hot, but it's getting a little warm out here.
This dog named Lola.
Again, same thing.
That's got the rattlesnake. Oh, that's a control stage. There's not a snake in that one.
Dogs are in the truck, we're leaving there. My dog knows what this is all about.
I don't like that one either. That's fine.
That's okay.
All right, now go back to the rattlesnake. Stay well. All right, here's the cottonmouth. And copperhead. Over there. Staying away.
Yeah, we saw I think Roxanne and Susan just finished.
Come on back to the empty cage. We'll go straight to the rat snake. That's perfect. All right, you ready? I'm ready. As close as you can go. I think it saw it, but I'm not sure. So just try it a couple more times.
We worked with her son
She
on
saw-
the snakes we found in the wild.
I think she saw it. I think she saw it just now too. Okay. She's got it. Do it again. No, she knows what she's doing. Okay.
Oh, good deal.
He's got his foot up too.
Mm-hmm. He smells it.
And you can still barely see the scar. It hit right here and right here.
How long ago was it?
3 years ago.
Yeah.
But you can tell by the way she was bit, it came at her this way. So what happened was she took a line on the other side of some woods, and I could hear her going through the brush, and then all of a sudden, ah! And I was like, oh my God, she's been bit by a snake. So she came running around the edge of that woods and came right to me. I couldn't see, but she was holding up her paw. It had no blood, it didn't have any swelling. I scooped her up, put her on literally on my shoulders. I had 4 other dogs with me. The beauty of a trained dog is I got those 4 other dogs at heel, put her on my shoulders, ran 300 yards to my golf cart, and then drove a half a mile in it to my house, got her out and went to my vet. I was there in 20 minutes. That's what saved her life.
Do you know what kind of snake it was?
By the look of the bite, my vet said it was an Eastern. And an Eastern Diamondback.
Oh, okay. I have seen them when they get hit on the nose and their heads.
Yeah, just swell up. So we got lucky, and again, because she was bit on the foot, not necessarily like life-threatening, but if we would have not, if I wouldn't have known, if I wouldn't have reacted as quickly as I did, just because I couldn't see it. It wasn't bleeding. There was no swelling. But the way that she screamed and the way she came straight to me, I figured, okay, this ain't right. This is snake bite. I'm on my way to the vet.
Err on the side of caution. not
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Here we have copperhead.
You have copperheads and you have cottonmouths. I think he's got both in the box. But they can breed and create a
This hasn't been around before, but he's going to avoid it.
One more time.
So you got to completely avoid it.
I think that's the rumor about coral snakes.
That's amazing.
Just in case. One more time.
Nope, not happening.
Again. There we go. Again.
That would have been bad.
Yeah, that's higher or a paw.
Okay, tell us your name.
Roxanne Campbell. I live in Havana, Florida, and I raise German Shorthair Pointers.
Okay, and so how many dogs do you normally have?
When I bring dogs to the clinic, I bring as many as I possibly can, and I invite my friends. Today I had 3 of my own dogs, and I brought a friend with me.
So what's been your background all these years in dogs? You've loved them all your life?
I've been raised with them. I grew up on a ranch in Texas. We did not have this kind of training back when I was younger, and of course my family lost a couple of dogs to Western Diamondback bites. But when I moved to Florida and started raising short hairs, I found snake training, and it really has helped. Not only has it helped change and save one of my dogs' lives, it has saved 3 of my friends' dogs' lives as well. Jason does an awesome job, and I would encourage anyone who has a sporting breed dog, working dog, anything that you do, that you have a dog that could encounter a snake, please consider this training. Check out the website. Jason is awesome. And again, as mentioned before, 2 seconds being stimulated to teach the dog that the snake is bad is a heck of a lot better than your dog dying in a vet's office.
When I tell you to take your dog to the cage, what I mean is, as far as today, y'all are gonna play what I like to call the dumb dog hunters, okay? Here's what I mean by that. You feel bad because you're leading your dog to a venomous snake, but today you don't know that. This is just where you want to go. As far as you're concerned, that's not a snake, that's a bowl of water and you want your dog to drink, okay? If your dog heels on the right and you're going to the snake, make sure the snake's not on your left because you're leading you to the snake and not your dog. So wherever your dog is, lead your dog to the cage. These cages are double screened. You can safely touch them. Your dog can safely touch them. They're going to get bit through these cages, okay? I'm going to have you go through these cages over and over. You don't have to remember this. I'm going to tell you what we're doing as we're doing it. But let me tell you what I'm looking for. What I don't need you to do is praise your dog for doing something good. I don't need you to scold your dog for doing something bad. The reason is today's training is very different than any other training you're going to do. This training is not between me and your dog or you and your dog. It's only between your dog and the snake. And if it's not, this will not work, okay? Because when your dog is off leash, will it do things it's not supposed to do knowing you're not around? So your dog has to decide that it doesn't want the snake, irrelevant of what you want. This has got to be your dog's decision, okay? So what I'm looking for is, what people would like to see is their dog to see a snake, start barking as they run away from it, okay? That's not what we see dogs do. We see dogs do normally one of 2 things. Usually they'll put you in between them and the snake. They just get behind you, okay? Some dogs want so bad to please you that if you lead them to the snake, they'll go to the snake because you're taking them there, but they will not acknowledge it. They won't look at it. They won't do anything to it. They may even sit on it, but they won't look at it, okay? That's because you're taking them to it. Now, of course, we don't want your dog out in the wild somewhere to go sit on the snake, but you're not going to be leading it to the snake in the wild, okay? Know when the snake's there. Now, is everybody here on Facebook?
Yes.
If you are on Facebook, go and like the page called the National Veterinary Snakebite Support Group. You're going to see pictures of dogs being bit. Only people who post are veterinarians and specialists who specialize in envenomations. If your dog gets bit, they'll work with your veterinarian to help you get through this process the right way.
Okay, we're inside the community center. This is a proclamation. You probably can't read it, from the governor of the state of Georgia. Whigham Rattlesnake Roundup Day. This is one of the original rattlesnake roundups in the area. And people, they don't do it much anymore, but people would bring these huge rattlesnakes up Alabama and Whigham, Georgia. The 2 places in the South known for the rattlesnake roundup. And this is the community center, Whigham, Georgia. Okay, this is Annabelle here. This is the second group, or third or fourth group, the first one.
north of Arrowby, right?
Yeah, south there,
Just south of there.
right
Okay.
south of there.
I just filmed a YouTube video there catching diamondbacks.
Oh, okay.
One more time, same page, please.
Okay, okay.
Oh, I bet. It's funny how, yeah,
Oh, he's not getting around it. Look at that.
they all react different.
All right, come on back to this one, the empty one for me.
Oh, I said,
Come back to the empty cage for me.
okay, so now what they do next, they'll go to the control. There's nothing in there. Teach them to don't be scared of the cage.
No, she's wearing that one too, that's fine.
She's aware of the cage itself.
That one ready?
Now see how fast they learn on one. You don't go get close. They don't. Oh no, don't. Look at there. I'm gonna get close. Wow.
She's gonna trip you up in a minute.
All right, over here the copperhead and cottonmouth. Over there.
As close as she'll let you go. Nope. Good.
Great. That's a smart dog.
First time I ever watered a snake.
First time you ever watered a snake?
Yeah, you're retiring soon. You might need that resume builder.
All right, you ready? All right, Ace, we got something for you.
Uh-huh. Watering a snake.
One more time, please.
So this is a copperhead.
That one in the shot. Again.
And a cottonmouth.
Good.
Mm.
Thank you, sir. Good job, Ace.
That's your first time watering a snake?
Yes, sir.
This is Charles Willis and his dog Katie. Hey, I do.
I see your page.
Yes. Charles, are you excited?
Yeah. You ready? What's your dog's name, sir?
Katie.
Katie, all right, go to that first empty cage for me. Okay.
Come here.
Perfect. Let's go to the next one.
Oh, I gotta get this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There you go, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, we gotta get this. Uh-huh. You saw that big old rattlesnake.
All right, one more time, same cage.
I do it 2 times. See what happens second time.
And just so you know, that was only 30% for a quarter of a second shock. It just scared the crap out of her, which is what it's supposed to do. Again, go ahead. All right, control cage for me. The empty one
Okay.
over here. Come back over here for me.
All right, let's see what it does on the control cage. Since there's no snake in this one.
Perfect. So I need to go back to where you just came.
Uh-huh.
Back over here again, sir.
So now,
So when you get a chance, would you put one around this fellow's neck right here?
I got two.
Let me,
We'll put two.
let me,
of them.
let me video it,
Heck
okay?
yeah.
That would be perfect.
Yeah, you really want some views. That's how you do it.
y'all are funny.
Good. Let's go to the next one.
He's also good at
All right.
digging it some side up, so, yeah, screen up.
Copperhead, cottonmouth duo.
This is the one I wanted to get to know.
Again. Go to the control cage, then come back.
Went to control cage, nothing happened. Well, stay away.
Good.
Good job.
Good. Let's get the rat snake.
All right.
Roll on, whenever you're ready.
Watch out. He's coming at it. He's coming at you, Freddie. Back up.
Seize it. One more time, a little closer. Step over it if you need to.
Oh.
One more time, please.
Excuse me, where's the Humane Society?
That's what
We'll stay behind
good.
him.
Good.
Stay behind him. Look at that.
Good. One more time. Walk over it. Okay.
Here, boy. Snake aversion clinic. The classic one. Tell us
Rat
about.
snake, you're doing a good job
That's
too.
a rat. That's your rat snake.
That's an eastern rat snake, yes sir.
All right. He is doing a good job.
You hadn't bit me yet. That's good. That's really
That's good.
When I have a assistant help me, I don't bring the friendly rat snake. We
Oh.
count how many times they get bitten.
Oh.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.